Are you coming back to school with me? We could have done it all so easily.
Hello, my name is Craig Thompson Wood. I'm your host on Teaching with Board Games, and we are back again for the 6th round of Duel of Ages II. And there was actually 2 mistakes in the last one. One was pointed out to me, the other one I figured out all by myself. So the first one was pointed out to me by my brother. He told me that I had forgotten to move this thing forward. Now, I was going to look for this. Well, there's the 5, but it's kind of silly. I'm just going to put it straight over to the 6 because we're on turn 6 now. The second one was the fact that I was kind of a little bit surprised, actually, that Krator, the barbarian, was able to catch up with Zoe Burrows because he was further behind, but he's got the better movement. So as it turns out, he was able to catch her. What I'd forgotten is that Zoe Burrows actually has a weapon. So she has I looked through the items that she had. So she has actually a couple of ranged weapons here. So she has this flechette thrower, which is the one I'm going to use. She also has a hand crossbow, and then she has the Revenge and Grace, which she can do in the Lith's Chamber, should she survive that long. So she has the flechette thrower here that she can use. I'm choosing this one as opposed to the other one, because this one only does 1 damage. This one does 3, so at least she can, maybe leave a mark. So let's see what she can do with that. So this is her, okay, I was going to say hand skill, but I am trying to get better with these things. So the hand skill is called Point. Her point skill, so let's look at Zoe Burrows here. So Zoe Burrows, her point skill is 5 versus Krator's stealth. And she's got a 3-4, she's 3 and 7, so she can use this. So Krator's stealth is a 5. So her 5 versus Krator's 5. Now, when she was doing it, she couldn't have done it when Krator was on top of her. So she'd had to have picked this square here, because that was the last square he had been in before she got jumped. So Krator's even getting a bonus from the terrain. And you can find that on the back of the card here. So he's coming in through the woods. So he's getting a bonus of +2 stealth. So they were equal. His stealth is 5. Her point is 5. He has +2 because of the woods. So a defender is better by 2. So let's see if Zoe hits. Okay, defender is better by 2 is still a hit. So Zoe has still hit with that. Now, so let's take a look at the flechette then. The flechette thrower. So it's a penetration of 3 versus his armor of 3. So attacker is better by 0. So attacker is better by 0, and attacker better by 0 is a -2. So she did 1 damage to him because the flechette thrower does 3 damage. So she ended up doing 1 damage to Krator. Now, yeah, if she'd done better with that, I mean, Krator only had 5. She could have actually killed him in one shot. But she did something to him anyway. All right, so now that was in the previous round in turn 5. Let's go right on into turn 6. So going from the top to the bottom again. So I'm just going to move this like here, point down. So the first one would be Marissa of Ravenna. So Marissa, I was thinking, well, maybe she won't go up here because the sniper's here, but this sniper's actually not that strong. It only does 1 damage. I mean, it's got really great range and really great penetrating power, but it's only doing 1 damage. Plus, Ravenna has, I'm not meaning to make it sound like her henchwomen are disposable, but she does have 2 henchwomen, and she can't be hurt while she has henchwomen or hench people with her. So she's just going to truck on ahead and go for that. So free actions, there's no free actions this turn, not that I'm aware of anyway, just double checking. No, the only free action we were doing before was Greymead was bonding with, oh, actually that might be done now, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, so Greymead is bonding with Winter Creek. So they're getting +1 to all their stats now, which is great for Greymeat because, Winter Creek, because that means he's going to be able to move faster. Kind of reminds me of that scene in The Hobbit where the hobbits were sitting in the top. I mean, he's probably riding on Winter Creek's neck here. Okay, so there's no free actions. Firing, there's nobody to fire at. We don't have anything with that long of a range. I mean, the mortar might have been able to, well, no, the mortar definitely would have been able to hit that thing, but General Gavin has lost the mortar now because he killed Stephen Decatur with it last turn. So we have nothing that's going to be able to reach that far or anything, nobody that can be shot, so we're just going to go straight into the movement. So, as I said, the ladies here are going to go 1, 2, I'm going to assume that half and half I can at least move through here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is their movement, so they move up into there. Now, so Zoe is going to, as I said, she's going to run for it. So Krator's over here. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. She's going to go to the vortex, and she's going to maybe try and heal after that pummeling that. Maybe she's going to try and heal after that pummeling that Krator gave her. I just bumped Baba Yaga. And so Baba Yaga, well, she'll move later. So General Gavin. I think General Gavin's going to go in here as well into the Ancient one. So he's going to come down here and he's going to do the +1 to hit for the Ancients. Then it's Kit Carson, who has 9 movement now with that Persian Skirmisher, because he gets +1 for horses, so the horse moves 9. And he gets one movement through swamps and everything, so he'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Even without the Skirmisher. Well, actually, no, I guess he did need the Skirmisher to make it for that full thing, but yeah, he's super quick now. Cannot enter buildings. Yeah, so buildings, not so buildings. We don't have any buildings on the maps here, but some of the tiles have like printed buildings on them. So it doesn't say you can't enter these, so I'm assuming it's okay that he goes in with the horse there. All right, so that's him. Winter Creek. So Winter Creek now has a movement of 4, and he moves 1 through swamps, water, and he costs 0 in woods. Now this is swamp here, so woods are over here. So he's going to go 1, with Greymeat, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. So next turn he's going to be able to start like pretty much go wherever he wants. The glade, I think, is going to be his stomping grounds, if you will. All right, then Paragonia. Paragonia has a movement of 6, and she'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we're going to focus on the futuristic adventures there. Then Baba Yaga is going to move 6, and she flies. So she'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over to there. Then Greymeat is with Winter Creek. They're bonded now, so they are together as one. So that's it for the movement. Going on to the op fire. So the Stinger is going to take an op fire shot at Marissa and her crew as they were running across. And as we looked last time, we saw that 16 was just out of range. So obviously as they're running through now, it's going to take a shot while they're right out there in the open. So the Stinger has a value of 7. Again, I want to make sure I'm saying the things properly. An aim of 7. So an aim of 7 versus her stealth of 3 means that it is an attacker better by 4. Attacker better by 4 is a hit. It has a penetrating power of 6 versus her armor of 2. So attacker is better by 4, is plus 0 damage, so it's doing 1 damage. And we'll take that on, I don't think it really, well, 2, 3. I mean, yeah, I would be going with the midshipman first, just because the graceful elven archer has been too useful. This one has really not done much, so she's taking the hit, so she's taking 1 damage. So what I'll do is I'll put those 2 up like that. So I'm putting them up like that, separating them so I can see who has the damage. So she's taken 1 damage. So the stinger is still active. And the stinger is only allowed 1 op fire shot in a turn. Yeah, see, that wasn't so bad. And so as Baba Yaga went flying by, Sanchez has the hatchet back. Is that what it's called? It's like I called it like a Pokemon thing, like a hatchet beak. So he unleashed it during a free action at an enemy in line of sight. So 6 movements, so it's not even going to be able to reach Baba Yaga. But he's got Winter Creek coming up behind him here, so maybe he'll stick it on Winter Creek and see if it can start to soften him up a little bit. And so there's no other op fire that we had. Krator doesn't have anything there too far to see anybody. Well, hold on, I say that, but Jerry I know has a bunch of guns here. So he's got a Thompson machine gun. Only has a range of 6 though. And the Black Panther, the Slayer Extract, the Branding Iron, the Implosion Rod, the Glass Knife, the Throwing Knife. Okay, so no, he's got nothing that's going to reach that range. Amanda Pierce, I remember she had a couple items that aren't very useful to her. Yeah, so nothing to help there. And then Seven Eyes doesn't have anything that's going to help right now with op fire. So we're done with the op fire. Misty Corona is in the black base here, gathering treats for Lith, trying to gain her favor. So let's move on then to melee, of which there is none, because Zoe ran away. So we're adventuring. So adventuring. Marissa is not in an adventure yet. She's just in the lobby. She's not quite made it there. So she's right here. Zoe will adventure at the Vortex. She is going to try to heal some of those wounds that Krator just did to her. So the Vortex is an honor of 5 challenge. So honor of 5, Zoe's honor. It was a mole. Does she have good honor? Well, at least if she can get out of here. No, her honor is only 3. So it's defender better by 2. Defender is better by 2. Ooh, that's a fop. Failure of painful proportions. So when you do the using your vortex and you fop, you are banished. So she doesn't heal anything and she's banished. If you'll recall, means that she is sent to a dome, but the other team gets to choose which dome that is. So she's sent to a red dome. So that would be safer for her. That would be great for her. Maybe over here, and maybe these people can just finish her off. Yeah, maybe not so much over here because she has some support. I think that's the spot for her. Yeah, I think I used Zoe badly. I feel bad for her because I used her badly. So she ends up down there now. I think I shouldn't have just been so quick to mess up their base. She could have been doing a lot more things and being safer if I hadn't revealed her as the mole so quickly. Okay, so Zoe is done with her adventuring. General James Gavin is going. He is in an ancient dome. So let's see what he's doing. So he is traps. There we go. A room full of treasure and deadly traps. Your party sends you first. So it has it's a challenge of point of 6. And with these icons, so the one on the left here is the chasms icon, and the one on the right is the outlaws, or outcasts rather. General James Gavin is not an outcast or from the chasms. He is from the Age of Crisis, and his symbol is Lords. So he is matching nothing here. He's not matching the age, or either the symbols, but his point, oh, see, it says aim, that's good. He has a good aim skill, not a point. So defender is better by 2. Defender is better by 2. Let's see what it says. Defender is better by 2 is a fail. So he has failed. And he is ejected. And I'm going to leave that there because Kit Carson's about to go in there now. So he fails. He is dismissed to a red dome. So he can't even go to the red dome over here to help Zoe. So she's on her own there. I think the general is, yeah, he'd love to get over here though. I think this is more his speed over here. Yeah, I think he's gonna come. He doesn't have anything to fight with. He's weaponless again. He's gonna come back over here. He's gonna keep adventuring. Okay, so next we go to Kit Carson. Kit Carson is now doing the ancient the traps. So Kit Carson does not match the other symbols either. He does not match the symbols, does not match the age, but he does have a 7 point to a 6. So he is actually attacker better by 1. Even though he's not from this age, he's been doing very well with these challenges. So attacker better by 1 is a fop. So he has failed painfully and he is banished. So the treasure room is trap free now that you have stumbled onto every single one. All right, so he is banished to green, and the opponents will put him, obviously not here anymore. Well, then the only other choice is over on the far side here, which I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to keep him over here, away from those adventures. And it'll take him a little while to go back over there or do anything more useful. So he is now over at the far side down here. Winter Creek is not adventuring. Paragonia is not adventuring. Baba Yaga is not adventuring. And Greymeat is with Winter Creek. So they are all done. So that is it for the white team. On to Team Black. Okay, so for Team Black, we have the free action with 7 Eyes, but he already knows all of the domes. So we have the traps, we have the, this one we looked at last time, that's where you have to just give up items. And this one was meeting William Shakespeare. So what we are going to do though for free actions, we are going to start unleashing some beasts. So we're going to take out the hatchet beak. Give me a moment while I find the hatchet beak. So Private Sanchez is going to unleash his hatchet beak and, as I say, try to soften up Winter Creek there. So Winter Creek has, I'm just seeing if Krator is going to be a good matchup against him. Not really. I think Winter Creek is one tough customer, especially with the fact that he's bonded with Greymead now. I think even Krator doesn't want any part of that. I think Krator will go over there and start bullying Kit Carson now. Okay, so there's no more free actions. So we're going to go on to firing. Jerry doesn't have anything he can fire. Nobody has anything that they can fire. That's it. For firing, go on to movement. So for movement, we'll start off with Misty Corona, who's over here. And she's grabbed a Lith tribute. And I'll just randomly choose one of the tributes here. Boom. So she's taking, looks like little fairies or a silver teapot. Yeah, we'll take some fairies. That sounds cool. So she has fairies, and she's going 7. So she goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and she's going to guard the entrance as Baba Yaga comes flying in. Chuck some of those potato mashers at her. And then we go into Jerry Gillis. I think Jerry, you know what? Jerry's going to be Jerry. Jerry's going to do Jerry things. He's going to come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to come over to here, and he's going to watch this area over here and see if he can't shoot something. Now that Thompson machine gun, how long? Remind me again how much range it has. It only has 6 range. Very short range on that thing. But with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I mean, he's not okay. So on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Jerry, he's not gonna be able to make anything this turn, but yeah, I think he just wants to go in there. He has a lot of good things he could be doing, and he needs to be more aggressive. So if the white team is focusing in this area, that's where he needs to be. Okay, so that's Jerry. Private Sanchez has unleashed the hatchet back. And what is he good at? Does he have good stealth or good respect? No. Stealth. Oh, stealth is great. Yeah, of course, he's a sniper. So he's going to come up here. He's going to try and stealth his way into the main gate. Krator. Terrible respect. Decent stealth, but not 7 level stealth. Doesn't have any cards. So Krator's just going to, yeah, because if I try and get Kit Carson, he's just going to run around me. So, and then actually Winter Creek's going to be able to jump on me if I stay in there. He's just going to go 0 through the woods. So I think, yeah, I think Krator, he's got to try. He's got to try and get into the gate as well. So, okay. Oops, I skipped over Amanda Pierce. She's going to come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So she's going to try that cat and mouse and Karachi again. And then Seven Eyes, who I am completely convinced is in love with Amanda Pierce. He's been following her all game. You know what they don't know, what these people going up there don't know, is the requirements of that. Seven Eyes knows, but he's not going to make it there in time, because you need cards and you need to be future, and she's both. So let's just remind ourselves, because Seven Eyes would know. So it's cards, and you need those symbols especially. Paragonia doesn't have those symbols. Marissa Ravenna has one of those symbols, but she doesn't have the 2 cards to pay. And Paragonia does not have 2 cards to pay. He does have 2 cards to pay. You know what? He is. He's going to go for it. Goodbye, my love. Goodbye, Amanda Pierce. Let's see. Moving through the water is 2 squares of movement. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's going to run across to there. Because unfortunately with this, he's going to have to run all the way around that or just go that way. I think that's probably the better way. I'm not going to bother counting it out. That's just is what it is. Then Krator's moved. We're on to Blackbeard. So Blackbeard's also taking a Lith tribute. And he's taking either fruit or some sort of tattoo. No, he's not taking a cat. So let's take the tattoo. This is one of those, you wet it, you stick it to your arm, and you peel it off, and it's there. It's a temporary thing. And his movement is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there. Little clash at Lith's cavern there, waiting to happen. So let's look at the op fire. Is there any op fire? Baba Yaga doesn't have any weapons, doesn't she? I swear she had something, but she doesn't anymore. She did. So Marissa, Ravenna, they're inside the lobby here, so they can't see Seven Eyes running across there or Jerry. Gavin has nothing. Kit Carson, no, he's in a dome. Paragonia, no. So I think that's it. Oh, actually the other thing would be the Hatchetback jumping on the team of Winter Creek and Greymead. Okay, so that's it for movement. There's no op fire. Melee. So there is melee, and the melee here is Winter Creek and Greymead versus the Hatchetback, or the Hatchetbeak. So the Hatchetbeak has a wits of 5, whereas Winter Creek and Greymead. So Greymead has a wits of 8, which is now 9 because of the bonding. Then we have 5, and then we have, so we have 9 for Greymead, we have 5 for the Hatchetbeak, and we have 1 for Winter Creek. So that'll be in that order. So Greymead attacks first. His attack is 2 versus the Hatchetbeak's defense of 5. So it's actually a 3. So the defender is better by 2. Is a miss. Then the Hatchetbeak attacks, and the Hatchetbeak is going to now Greymead. Greymead has some secrets here too. What does Greymead have? The Spy's Badge, reveal when drawn, and honor. So his stealth rating is honor rating and a donkey. So we don't. Donkey will stay down. They wouldn't know what that is, but this one would have been revealed because it's revealed when you draw it. So his stealth rating is 6 as opposed to 6. It stayed the same. Okay, so that doesn't matter in this case. So these don't matter. And so it's 5 versus his attack of 5 versus his defense of 6. So the attacker, you know what though? I think I'm better off. Penetration 5, defense of 5, 6. Ooh, it's tough either way. Okay, I'm gonna take the chance. I'm gonna try and attack Greymead. Let's see if I can take out one of them. Slow them down anyway. So attacking Greymead. So it's an attack of 5. Attack of 5 to Greymead's defense of 7. Defender is better by 2. Defender's better by 2 is a miss. And then Winter Creek is attacking. Winter Creek has an attack of 9 now versus the Hatchetbeak's defense of 5. So attacker is better by 4 is also a miss. We're just Everybody's just flailing and too angry to focus on attacking properly. So that's it for melee. Adventuring. So for adventuring, we do have some adventuring happening. We have these two trying to get into the white base. So Private Sanchez will go first. He is, it's a stealth difficulty of 7. Private Sanchez has a stealth of 9. So attacker better by 2 is a fail. He does not make it in. Then Krator the Barbarian, his stealth is 5. So defender is better by 2. And he does not make it in. So they're both stuck outside the base. So what do we have next? There's no more melee. So we go on to the adventuring. So for adventuring, we have Amanda Pierce doing Cat and Mouse in Karachi, the one that has been eluding us. All right, and I said she's quite good with this one because when we look here, let me get the book so I can consult the symbols. So she matches the age. She's modern for a modern challenge. This is the underground symbol, which she matches. She doesn't match that one. So she matches 2. She matches the age and a symbol, so she's getting +2. Her stealth is 5, so she's attacker better by 1. Not great, but still, she stands a good chance. Attacker better by 1 is a success. So what does it say? Deep Den, this is Night Snake. I caught a rat. So we advance the token. She gains 1 card, and she can put her symbol on there. And she is dismissed. So she will take, with 1, she can take either a common or an elite. Common or a secret. And she has a common, she has an elite. Let's take a secret. So she gets a transport cube. So free action, move to any space containing an allied team marker. That's nice. Okay, and if you have a respect of 5 or greater, which she doesn't, then you can draw another secret card when you use it, but she doesn't. Oh wait, her intelligence is 6, so she can use it. And she is dismissed to green. So Kit Carson's on the green one down there. The only other green one on the board is down here next to General Gavin. So she's going to have to come there, and she's not switching sides. She's still on the black team. That is it for the adventuring. And so that is it for the turn. So to recap now, Krator, and so Zoe Burrows tried to come in here to get healed, ended up getting banished all the way over to here, where she's stuck now with a sniper and some black team members waiting to ambush her. Meanwhile, speaking of ambush, Winter Creek and Greymeat are coming along, ready to get onto Private Sanchez and Krator, but then were jumped on by Private Sanchez's hatchet beak. Baba Yaga flew across to go into the list lair, but is also now being jumped on by Blackbeard and Misty Corona. Marissa Ravenna ran for the domes, was shot by and her promising midshipman was shot by Jerry Gillis's sniper sentry. And Amanda Pierce managed to complete this one. The white team managed to... No, they didn't manage to do the trap one here. No, in fact, Kit Carson did so poorly he was sent away. So it's been a up and down turn for both teams. So we'll see what comes of it in turn 7. All right, if I made any mistakes, please let me know in the comment section below. I do like to know if I'm getting things wrong. And what I am going to do, from what I've been hearing from some of the viewers, is that I am going to reshuffle all the cards again, just to make it so that you never know when those automatic FOP, automatic, amaze cards. It's fun to have those, just you never know when those are coming out. For both decks, they both come out, so it's all just regular cards now. To me, it's just more fun to see them, the chance of them coming back again. So I'll reshuffle those up next time, unless people start saying, no, don't do that. But we will see what comes next week. Until then, I am Craig Thompson Wood, your host on Teaching with Board Games, saying thanks for coming to the classroom.